Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your love reading for October 2017. I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck here. And I'm using the Romance Angels Oracle cards from Doreen Virtue and the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. I love this Oracle deck. So I just grab two different Oracle cards just to add some depth to the reading. Let's look at those first. So the first one I pulled out, and I was reluctant to keep it, but I have to go with it. And I started to see a theme emerging as I went. And the message here is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So it's a message for somebody. It's a message for some of you regarding addictions. And then this card is kind of following in the same theme. It says, ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. So if there's some kind of addiction that you're struggling with, this is the message to ask for help. I don't think I need to say anything more about that because it's not going to apply to everybody, but it's applying to somebody that's watching this video. If you clicked on this video and you're watching it, it's a message for you from Spirit. Now, what I did start to see emerging as I was laying out the cards, I've got every single 7 out in this reading. And my first thought was, you know, what does that mean? What does 7 mean in numerology? So I'm looking it up, trying to make sense of it all. It has different meanings based on how it's being used. But my thought initially was 777, which is the lucky number. That's the jackpot. So you've got the jackpot and then some. And then this card is the theme for the month, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which is lucky. So this is being lucky, and that's the theme. So then my question was, is this addiction here being referred to in this card having to do with gambling? Whether it's gambling at the casinos with the slot machines or the cards, or if it's online poker, or if it's those scratch-off lottery tickets. Maybe you spend a lot of money every week on those lottery tickets. And that's the theme that kind of started to emerge because this is the conflict here. The conflict is the 7 of Pentacles. That's not getting a return on your investment. So initially, as I was laying out the cards, I hadn't yet picked these. I just laid out my cards, and my thought was, you know, this is not getting a return. This is not investing into your relationship. So for some of you, certainly, that's what this would mean, is either you're not investing into the relationship or your partner is not investing enough into the relationship. And if you're not with somebody right now, but you're wanting somebody in your life, if you're not investing enough time and effort into finding somebody, then they're not going to come to you. You need to invest your time and your effort to finding somebody. So this has a lot of different meanings here, but it's also financially about not getting a return on your investment. So if you are gambling, you're spending a lot of money and not getting a return on the investment that you're making, and it's having some impact on your relationships. So that's the message for somebody out there. Now, this one here is about luck and good luck. And the Wheel of Fortune is about luck. So this is the theme. But I also see this wheel that looks like that roulette, that game at the casinos. I don't gamble. I don't know. You know, like that when you put your marble spins around, and if you've got your chips on the right number, you win. So I do see this gambling thing for somebody out there. For the rest of you, this is about luck. So this is a good month for you. There's some really good cards for you here. So the other card here that represents you is the World. It's being on top of the world. I'm having a lot of trouble picking up cards for some reason. These nails on my table, I don't know. So this is you on top of the world. This is you feeling very successful, very lucky, feeling like you have it all. Maybe you have it all and you're just lacking that relationship. And that's the one thing that's missing out of this equation here. This is going to really bug me because I can't straighten out my cards. They're all a freaking mess. I don't think I want these nails on my fingers anymore. Okay, so the shadow card here. This is the shadow card. I got to straighten this out. That drives me crazy. Okay, The Shadow card is the Queen of Cups, and this is about somebody who's very emotional, very loving. She's got a very open heart. She's a very beautiful, loving person, and this is the Shadow card. So either this is a quality about yourself that you keep hidden, and there's, for some reason, you're hiding this quality about yourself, or this is the kind of person you really want. It's a Shadow card, though. It's like at the bottom of the deck. I love these cards. They are so beautiful. That's the back of the deck. It is so beautiful. I just love it. So she's the hidden energy. And there's this little moon behind her. You know, she's intuitive, she's emotional, she's just a beautiful, loving creature. So if that's what you are and you're hiding that quality about yourself, my goodness, don't. Go out there and let people know what a beautiful, loving person you are. Or if that's the kind of person you're longing for, certainly go out there and find it. This is at the foundation, which is the Fool card, which is starting out on a new journey. And then this comes up as the Magician. Now, I like to look at the number 1 of the Magician as taking that first step. So the foundation of the reading is starting a new journey. This is your internal energies, which is the Magician. Now, that is you having all of the elements at your disposal to create what it is you want, to create the life that you want, to create the relationship that you want, having that magic touch. You are the Magician, using your magic, weaving your magic spell, creating the beautiful love that you so desire. Or, as number 1, is taking that first step towards this new relationship, because this could be a new relationship for you in the Fool card. And maybe your desire and your longing is for this person. Maybe this person doesn't know how you feel. Maybe she's a person that you admire, but you haven't told her, and she doesn't know how you feel. So let's go back to these cards over here. This is the energies in the past. This was a new beginning, a new opportunity. This is the Ace of Swords. Swords is Swords represents communication, wisdom, knowledge, education. So there's some kind of new beginning in your past. Whether that was college for you, whether that was some kind of training school for you, whether it was learning the truth about something. But whatever this represents for you, it's some kind of energies within the mind. It's your thinking skills. It's your, maybe this is a new idea that you had in your past, some new idea for something that you wanted to work out. This is the present energies here. And this is the Nine of Swords, which is about the stress and anxiety that keeps you awake at night. But on this particular deck, she's a little fairy princess. And she is fast asleep. She is not awake or stressing over anything. But, stress and anxiety for some people just makes them want to crawl into bed and go to sleep. And that's the only way to deal with it sometimes. This could be bordering on depression, where you're having a hard time getting up out of bed. But this is about the stress and anxiety in your life at present. Now, if the stress and anxiety is about this, with these addictions that you have, this message here, some kind of addictions, it could be any kind of addictions. It could be alcohol, drugs, sexual addiction. It could be shopping. It could be a food addiction. It could just be drinking Mountain Dew all day long, every day. But the theme that I'm getting in this is more about gambling. So this stress here could have to do with this addiction and what's going on down here. Now, the near future is the Justice card. So the Justice is about balance, but it's also about legal action. So there could be so it's balance, it's fairness, it's looking at both sides objectively and fairly, but it could also be some kind of a legal action. So if your addictions are getting the best of you and your gambling addictions, there may be some kind of legal action in your near future regarding that. And I was debating whether to point this out now or just wait, but this is the Tower card, and this is in the final outcome. So the Tower card is something that rocks your world. It's one of those challenging events in life that's very difficult at the time that it happens, but it creates growth within you as a person. So once you recover and you get over it, it changes you as a person and you become stronger in some way. But it's never a very pleasant thing when it's happening. So if I'm looking at the Tower card and this Justice card together, there could be some kind of a legal action that rocks your world, turns your world upside down, causes tremendous stress and anxiety. And if it has to do with the gambling or the addictions, this could be some kind of financial, bankruptcy or something like that. I hate when the cards are negative, but I feel like I just have to put it out there, because life isn't all, daisies and roses. Sometimes life gets really difficult. So this is just something that's showing up, and I just have to talk about what the cards are showing me here. Now, this is you again. This is you taking that first step. This is you, your internal energies as the magician, and having the power to create what it is that you want in your relationship, and to create what it is that you want in your life, and taking that first step. If you need help, ask for help if you need it. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. Let me show you this card close up, because there's so much that goes on in these cards, and there's so much detail. And she's like a mermaid going to Neptune, the god of the sea, asking for help. So that's the messages on this card. So ask for that help if you need it. Take that first step. Take that first step towards gaining control over this addiction that you have. Take that first step towards recovery. Okay? And now the external energies are the Queen of Pentacles. This is regarding money. So this is a woman who has financial security and financial abundance. She has her job, her money, her home. She's financially secure, the Queen of Pentacles. So that's the external energies. So that could be somebody that you're in a partnership with, or somebody that's in your life who has some kind of influence on what's going on in your life. But she's very practical, very pragmatic, very down to earth, and she's very responsible with her money. And this is in the external energy. So this is somebody in your life that you may know. I mean, she may just be somebody who works at, if you're having difficulty struggling with your money, she could be just representing somebody at the credit card company or somebody at the bank. And she's representing the external energies in your life right now. And this is your hopes and your fears. So the Seven of Swords is about trickery and deceit. This is being afraid of this. This is being afraid of the deceits, the lies, the cheating, and not wanting this in your life. Or this is you, if you have a gambling habit, if you figured out a way to cheat the system to win, maybe this is your hope, cheating the system, tricking the system and winning by deceiving the system and getting ahead that way. So that's in your hopes and fears position. Now I have the Tower card in the final outcome, and this is that event, that's some kind of event that's going to rock your world in some way. And that's in the final outcome. Now that doesn't have to mean it's going to take place in the month of October. That can happen further on down the road. And all of these cards are just reflecting the current energies. Spirit doesn't have a clock. And how quickly or how slowly any of this takes place depends on your free will and the free will of those around you. And you could change all of this. That doesn't even have to happen. If this sounds like you, and I'm describing you very well, this doesn't have to be the final outcome. You have your free will to change events and to change course. And you are the magician. You can create whatever life you want for yourself, and you can do whatever is necessary for yourself. You just have to believe in it. The universe is abundant, and it's all available to you if you take advantage of it and use it to your benefit. And weave your magic spell to create a better life for yourself. And you can prevent that from happening in the final outcome. So here's another 7, and here's another 7. The 2 other 7s are in the final outcome. The first 7 was here in the conflict, which was the 7 of Pentacles, which is not getting a return on your investment. Whether you're not investing enough into your relationship, or you're not investing yourself into the dating scene to find the person that you would like to have in your life, or somebody else is not investing themselves into the relationship, or, the whole gambling thing is not getting the return on your investment and putting your money and spending your money in ways that you're just losing it, essentially. You're not getting anything in return for that, which could have to do with these addictions here. So that was the first 7, is the conflict. Then the 7 came up as your hopes and your fears, and that's about deceit and stealing and trickery. Stealing, that could be represented, if you're stealing money from people, if you do have this gambling addiction and you're stealing money, that's showing up here as well. And then here's the final 2 7s. You've got all 4 7s in your reading. The 7 of Wands is about having to defend yourself and having to defend your actions. This is about being attacked and defending yourself. The 7 of Cups is about having a lot of options before you. Now, it could be about having a lot of illusions as well. If I want to go back to that theme about gambling, and you're looking at all these options and different ways of spending your money and trying to win the game in gambling, and whoa, that was my fault. I just kicked that. These could be illusions to some degree of thinking that you have all of these options for you when you really don't.